Aha, and here we are live. Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon, yes, that's what it is now. Yes, just by a few minutes. Welcome to the Weekend Kickoff radio show. I'm Patrick.
And I'm Pam.
This is Pam, my lovely co-host.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here again, Pam.
Well, thank you for inviting me again.
Well, it's always my pleasure. How are you? How was your week?
First half was amazingly busy.
Uh-huh.
And then the second half was catching up with all the household chores and stuff because I haven't done any laundry, any of that stuff for 2 weeks.
Yeah? Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
so it was needed to be done.
Well, you know, eventually,
Errands,
yeah.
How about your week?
Oh, my week, no, nothing much. I didn't do it. No, it's been a whirlwind. I mean, we've been getting ready for a variety of
Yes, we have.
things with the BCP. I know you're heavily involved with all of the aspects of the BCP. The theater season getting going. And by the way, tomorrow we're having a party for the volunteers.
Our appreciation
Appreci-
for our volunteers,
Yes.
which we would not be able to do what we do.
No, it takes a whole lot of people to put this together.
It does.
It's kind of like a circus.
It is.
without the monkeys, except for myself, of course. And yes, that's going to be at Tap Out starting at 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
We're going to get you guys some free hot dogs, fries, some
Discounted drinks.
yes, delicious beverages.
And we have some door prizes.
Yes, we do.
Yes,
This
we
is going to be
do.
cool. So yeah, you guys got to. Can we say anything about the door prize, or should we keep it a surprise?
I like to keep it a secret.
Yeah, I like
because
that.
People will say, well, what am I going to get?
Yes, it'll be a fabulous door prize, well worth
Yes.
your attendance.
There is three
door prizes.
door prizes.
Oh, outstanding.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, in addition, I got a couple announcements. You know, our show is sponsored by Big Daddy's.
Yes, it is.
The home of Boom Boom Shrimp and delicious margaritas.
Big margaritas.
Big grande margaritas. Sí. And Big Daddy's Sunday is International Kids Day.
It is.
Yeah, I didn't know
I
that.
didn't either.
And to celebrate, Big Daddy's is giving free mini burgers to all the children.
Wow. What's
Yeah.
the age limit on that?
You
You
know, I don't know, but I'm guessing it's
Under 12?
64 because
64?
I'm a kid.
Okay.
and, well, I'm not quite 64 yet, but no, I don't know. Probably, you know, kid age under
I'm
18.
short. Would I?
Yeah, you might get in there. Also, today and tomorrow, from 8 o'clock to 3 o'clock, so you've already missed a little bit of today, but there's a health fair.
Fair.
I almost said the wrong thing there. Really wrong. A health fair today at the Pharmacia.
Oh, wonderful.
Now, that's an Alto Baquete there. It goes from 8 to 3, and you get to meet the team, tour the facilities, and get a free health check.
Wow.
Get your blood pressure checked, guys.
Darn, I was there yesterday.
Oh,
to
you
get a
were
prescription. I missed the whole thing.
a day early. Well,
Story of my life.
we'll run back this afternoon. So that's today and tomorrow. So check out the health fair at the Pharmacia.
Excellent.
All right, cool. Now we have some guests.
Yes, we do.
We have a great guest today, Juanetta Harrington. Did I say that correctly?
You certainly did.
Hi, Juanetta.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank
Welcome
you.
to the show.
Thank you.
So you are the proprietor of Petland, is that correct?
Yes, I am.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, I'll just give you a brief summary. Petland started back in Los Angeles, which is where I'm from.
Okay, yay.
And, of course, we operated up until COVID-19, unfortunately. And then with the lockdown, I'm sure all of you guys are fully aware of all this.
Oh, see.
It just really made business extremely struggle for many of us.
Right,
So,
right.
in the interim of all of that, I said, okay, mom is passed and she's in a greater place.
Okay.
So second thing would be, what do I want to do? Where do I want to go? And of course, we did the Panama relocation tour. And
Of course.
That's how I ended up here.
All right.
And brought the business. So
Did you, were you thinking of Panama or?
I was. There were several countries. Panama just was an easier transition. in terms of the money factor,
Right.
dollar to dollar.
Right.
So, and then with the whole focus on starting the business, it would be a lot easier to make that transition too.
So why Boquete?
Boquete, I'll be honest with you. I love Panama City. It's very multicultural, but it's just too hot.
Yeah.
Boquete just really fit well for me. Being from Altadena, Pasadena area,
Yeah.
it's very forest-like, kind of has that feel.
It's true. Yes.
So
Yeah.
that's what drew me also.
All right. Very cool.
Excellent. So
Nope.
how's the business going?
Well, it's been a year. We opened up July 17th, and the 17th of July, this Tuesday, will be 1 year for us.
Oh, congratulations.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you. So it's been, every business is challenging at times.
See.
What I like about the Fat with Petland, we introduced a new concept. We have a self-wash machine. It's like a vending machine.
Oh,
so
wow.
for people who just want to come in and just put $10 in the slot,
Uh-huh.
the machine turns on, and then you're able to determine whether you want shampoo, whether you want, ticks and flea wash.
Uh-huh.
It comes in with great, oatmeal for conditioning now. Oatmeal and some of the other rich conditioning avenues that goes into the conditioner.
Oh.
So it's involved in that. The rinse, and then we have a sonic blow dryer.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, which can go from low to high. And people can just come in and do it themselves. Again, we do go by appointments.
Okay.
It's a little
Okay.
bit easier for us. I don't like overbooking, to be perfectly honest with you.
Right.
There have been some salons where you're bringing your dog in, the dog is sitting there for whatever amount of time it takes to finish up on the last client.
Sure.
So we try to make it a bit more convenient by setting the appointment and making that time strictly for you, whether it's coming in to do the self-wash or whether it's using our groomers.
Your self-wash sounds like a mini car wash,
Yeah,
kind
it
of.
does.
It is, and actually it started in the States.
Uh-huh.
You've got, with the economy and all the other different avenues going on, businesses really had to get very creative when it came to working with animals. We even have cats.
Really?
Yes, we work with perros and, of course, gatos.
Gatos,
cats and
yes.
dogs, even for grooming, cutting, and trimming and things of that sort. But in the States, you started seeing people invest in buying these machines. So many of them would be in your car washes. You want to get your car washed
Wow,
and then
do
go
your
the
dog
dog at
and
the
do
same
your dog
time.
at the same time.
I
So,
can't imagine putting a cat in one of those.
there's a technique, and you have to be aware of that.
Uh-huh.
Mateo's one of our groomers.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know.
We love Mateo. He's a great guy.
So, and then Helen, she's our other groomer in the afternoon, and she's just awesome. She did go through training.
Okay.
We paid for a, groomer class.
Right.
Or several classes, so that way she could get some techniques.
I think I met Helen. I came in to ask you to be on the show the other day, and she was the one that was there and gave me your name. And
Yes,
and, number.
she's awesome. We even have day spas. Every so often, we will kick in a day spa. We do collaborate with Dog Camp.
Oh, cool.
So, in collaborating with them, we've done a day spa for ones who have actually adopted.
Uh-huh.
And that day spa includes all of the overall wash, dry, and of course, cut, trim. And then Helen really does what we call a sonic massage.
Ooh.
We will highlight the salon with eucalyptus or lavender
Ooh, nice.
scent because it has a tendency to really bring a sense of relaxation for the animal itself.
I didn't know.
Really?
I wouldn't have
I
imagined.
was sitting here thinking, I'd like to go do that.
Yeah,
for me.
really.
I know.
Yeah, really.
She's worked with quite a few on the massage to the point where the dog is just, it's out.
He's just a
Just
noodle.
limp.
Yeah,
La La Land.
that's amazing. That's very
Wow.
cool.
And you also do dog training?
Yes, we went for training back of Philly. I should say the director of the school I went to, he in fact did all of Rachel Ray's training her German Shepherds.
Really?
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Yes, and so I was in their academy for about 2 years,
Okay.
shadowed with various trainers. Matter of fact, we even had a chance to shadow Caesar Malone.
The dog whisperer.
Yes, the
Wow.
dog whisperer.
How cool is that?
It was very interesting.
Yeah?
I'll put it like that.
Would you, was it a different experience than say what people get from TV?
yeah.
Okay, I get you.
But again, when training animals, you have to take 4 things in consideration. That is environment, hereditary is part of it. Secondly is the breed, and then lastly, self and personality. So whenever we go into dog training, because we do, we have group training, and then I'm working with a client right now for private training.
Okay.
And the first thing that we do, I should say, introduce to the owner, because really it's the owner we're training.
Right. I've heard
Animals are
that.
Very easy. We start off with canine communication because their whole communication level is completely different. And so we try to get the owner to understand what that dog is essentially saying.
Okay.
And it's totally different from what
What we think it's saying.
Yes.
Interesting.
That is
Interesting.
So we do that. We just added on pet sitting. So
Okay.
we do private pet sitting.
Oh,
so
cool.
that means that we go directly to the home. We have 2 services for that. We have the premium, which does include a free wash and also a free session 1 on group training. That comes with the premium group.
Oh, cool.
We do have and then the standard is just the regular pet sitting requirements. We do customize with the owner based on what it is they want. We have it's like, simple things like what medication are you taking? Who is your veterinarian? If there are any emergencies, we need to be aware of who that
Certainly.
individual
Oh, that's
is.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we do have a pet land agreement form that we go through. So consultation is free.
Okay.
And then for each pet sitting, we have a signature special that we end with when the owner comes home. They don't need to do anything, and then we have some. I don't want to give it away. But we do have a signature special just to show our appreciation and things of that sort, and we do customize that as well.
Very
That is
cool.
Great. So this is really a pet town, isn't it?
It is
Yeah,
definitely is
yeah.
a pet town for
Yeah.
sure.
Well, they're definitely, I know a variety of like casual, freelance pet sitters and stuff like that. But really sounds like you're like licensed, bonded, accredited.
The Cadillac of pet sitters.
Yeah, you've got all the pedigree.
We just transfer what we did back home because in LA it's competition.
Oh yeah.
And then you have owners who will put their dogs in a baby carriage or also have them hold the harness for where your babies go in. I mean, it's just we're having to deal with that.
Right.
So not to say that it's a requirement here, but there is a standard we want to meet, and pretty much that's really how Petland operates. We did have an education class that seemed to do well. I collaborated with another individual in doing that, so we kind of taken a break from that.
Okay.
We also handle and support Dog Camp on the adoption.
Okay.
We just had an adoption event, was it last month or the month before? And we had the music out in the tarp and
Yes.
so forth, and that way people could come. We advertised intensely. And we were scheduled to do a fashion show.
Oh, really?
With Tap Out.
Yeah.
We kind of had to delay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that Scott over at Tap Out will be able to, we've talked about maybe extending it until September.
Okay.
So with that said, we would definitely need contestants.
Oh yeah.
Contestants.
Contestants.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
So
then
wait a minute, let me back up. So the fashion show is the animals are in costume, or I got it. Okay.
Okay.
And then that would complement our day spa. We may do something really cool.
I think the owners should have matching costumes with the
Yeah.
dog
I would
animals, don't you think?
We're still kind of ironing out all the little details, but
Yeah.
yes, that would definitely be the goal.
So the dogs that I had the last 20 years were Basset Hounds, and they had a thing called the Basset Hound Olympics, and it was to
really?
raise money for Basset Hound Rescue, and that was one of the events. Was look-alike costumes with the owners.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I like
That would be
Yeah,
hilarious.
I think
It
that's
I would
was-
love that.
They had a lot of interesting competition. They had marathon sleeping because Basset Hounds sleep a lot. And they had synchronized swimming because Basset Hounds hate water. It was really interesting.
Oh,
but
that's
anyway,
funny.
I got to pick your brain then. Yeah, I'm
I had a
open
couple
to
of
that.
dogs that hated getting baths, and so
None of them like
yeah,
that.
I'm covered in scars at the end of bath time. You
Oh,
know, it was,
jeez.
I had to wear those long leather like welding gloves. You know, I want to ask you a question. You were talking about communicating with the animals, with the pets, and they communicate differently than what we think of. And I was just wondering if you had like maybe a quick example of, I want to say hi to your dog. What's the best way to do that?
Well-
And what's his response?
Well, first of all, let me just kind of get a little bit more detail for you. Say, for an example, your dog is walking up to you, and sometimes they'll lift their paw
okay,
off the floor.
okay,
Okay. We will sit back and go, "Oh my God, that's so cute. Can you do that again, honey?" No, what the dog is initially saying is that I'm no threat.
ah,
Okay.
okay. Lifts his paw. He's saying, "I'm
Lift the
okay.
paw just a little bit.
I probably won't bite you today."
Yeah, and but that's what we need to understand as humans is that's how they communicate amongst each other. If you really take time to observe them,
Okay.
you'll see how they communicate and what they're really saying to each other.
Okay.
We always say, get down, stop, don't jump. This
Right. Right.
There's body. The whole focus for them is all body language.
Okay.
They don't go into words when they hear words, it's blah, 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 blah,
Right.
blah.
Right.
And then when you keep using the same word, after a while, that's all they hear, then they get inundated with that, and sometimes they may get bored. So you have to be creative. So the best way in understanding your pet, because I also said self and personality is very much a part of that.
Yes.
Environment is overwhelmingly important. And when I say that, when you're rescuing a dog, what environment did they come from? And if you're not familiar with that, you really have to watch your animal to see what they're saying.
Wow.
So they're unique. God made them. It's amazing how God made animals. It
Yeah.
really is.
Yeah. Give
So-
them a whole different set of communication skills, and we have to learn what that is.
Totally.
Yeah.
So when we do training, we don't start off with, okay, let's go into command and cues and markers. We get into that.
Right.
But really, I want the owner to understand what they have and what your animal is saying to you.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's amazing. So what about cats? Cats have a different
I have
language,
to be
right?
honest, I haven't worked with cats.
Okay.
So I'm sure there are certain things about cats that make them who they are, but my focus has really generally been with dogs. Okay, we started off back in the day. My dad ended up getting a Saluki, and we had some friends from Israel. And I don't know if you're familiar with Salukis.
I've seen them, yes.
They're one of the oldest breeds in the world.
Really?
They're Arabic.
I did not know that.
And so we used to run them among the Ribbits and Greyhounds.
Uh-huh.
And that's kind of how I got started.
Okay.
Until Mom said, "No, you've got to go to school and get a basic," that type of thing. Because
So you've been into dog training and care
for a long time.
for a long time. That's been your career for many, many years then. Is that correct?
Yes. And also with pet sitting, it's important now. When I pet sitted in Los Angeles, I knew how to administer insulin.
Okay.
Various medications. So
Oh.
sometimes the client will say, well, this is the medication I have them on.
Yes.
It's so important when training, because I do have a crew of pet sitters.
Yes.
And it's very important for them to understand that aspect of it.
Wow. Interesting.
Wow.
We had I used to have a California desert tortoise, a couple of rescues, and one of them had a respiratory disease, and the vet taught me how to give her injections. So every day I had to give her an injection right in the soft spot next to the neck,
Wow.
right there.
So these are things you think about when you're going on vacation and you're leaving your babies
Yeah,
with someone.
yeah.
You want to make sure that that individual is pretty much abreast
Yeah.
to what is needed for their dog. They're like our children.
They are.
They are.
Is there, because I've always felt that dogs, cats, but mostly dogs, are similar to people in that they all have different personalities. They all are individuals. And much like people, sometimes they're just crazy. Is that really, is it ever a case where a dog is just nuts?
Yeah, because the environment, depending on where they came from.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you have some people that are just completely abusive.
Yeah, yeah.
So with that said, it's the same thing in a child being abused.
Yeah. And can you ever, depending on like if it's a severe case, is the dog
Non-adoptable.
not adoptable?
Right. I
You
used
can't
to work,
rehabilitate him.
Yeah, I used to work in my training fields. I used to work with Akitas.
Okay.
It was Akita
Oh.
Clinic in Sun Valley.
Oh,
Yeah, you're pretty familiar.
Oh, yeah.
And one dog, one of the Akitas was just complete. Akitas are very special. They
Yeah.
pick you.
Yeah.
To make a long story short. But the environment he came from was so bad. The owner used to beat it with a shovel all the time.
Oh,
my Lord.
no,
So
that's
he was
not cool
he
at
was
all.
non-adoptable.
Yeah.
And people don't realize why dogs, or should I say kennels or shelters, at least in the States, I don't know about here, but in the States, they really don't want to keep that animal in a shelter, particularly if they're not adoptable. Because what happens is that in that shelter enclosed environment, no matter how many times they let them out, the anxiety
Trigger.
level can get so intense. And I've seen where their intestines have exploded.
Oh my,
gosh.
that's just wow.
Yeah. So there's
Okay.
a lot to the animal world that we as humans were just not aware of.
Right.
And, it plays an important part in terms of determining who you're going to adopt, what type of dog, there's so many different aspects.
Yeah. Interesting,
Very
fascinating.
interesting. So, do different breeds have distinct personality traits? And again,
Yeah, like
I'm a
your
basset
Irish
hound.
setter, they're
Yeah.
working dogs.
Yeah.
I have a Springer Cocker Spaniel. She's a hunt but working dog as well. So there are basics.
Yeah.
But again, environment plays a really important
Right.
part.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. I had a Chihuahua growing up. She was fierce.
She thought she was fierce.
She thought she was a pit bull. She actually chased a prowler out of our yard one night, late at night. Yeah.
That's good, though.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, she was a very fierce and, very loyal and snored like a machine.
Yeah,
Now, see,
they're
I had a
awesome.
basset hound, and if I had a burglar, it would go, "Hi, I'm your best friend."
Come on in. Here, can I help you with that TV?
Exactly.
Yeah, my Cocker, no, totally different.
Yeah.
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 But she's a Springer, and they're one of the most hardest to deal with because she's really
High
got a
energy?
lot- high energy.
Do you you say you mostly do dogs and you get a few cats at Petland.
Yeah, we got about 6 clients right now for cats.
Do you ever get a different kind of animal, an exotic beast of some kind?
I've had
Monkeys,
some,
ocelots?
I've had requests for rabbits,
Yeah.
and we've scheduled appointments, but then they, maybe they couldn't make it.
Uh-huh.
So we haven't had a rabbit yet.
Oh,
But we
okay.
have, people have requested to bring their rabbits in.
As Mike Hill might call up and want you to wash a snake or something.
No, I don't
No.
think so.
No, he doesn't actually have any snakes. He just
Just
rescues
hose them
them.
down.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, no. I'm the 3 things even though I'm in the animal world, but snakes, scorpions, the big toad frogs here.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I just think they're funny.
Yeah.
I'll start jumping with them.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they
Oh.
don't bother me.
Those are funny. Those are great. I can't believe half hour has just whizzed by
Boy, it
already,
has, hasn't
Juanetta.
it?
This has been fascinating.
It really has. I'm so glad
Yes.
you came on today.
Yes, thank you. And guys, get your pets over to Petland. Get a wash and a wax, dry. Well, maybe a wax, depending on what kind of.
We're located right in Don Vidal, right across from Duran Coffee Shop.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So you could bring in your dog for a walk, pop over, get a cup of coffee. Yeah. All right. Great. Thank you, Juanetta.
Thank
Have
you,
a great
Annette.
weekend.
I will.
All right. All right. Great. That's been fabulous.
That's a fascinating guest.
I know. I know. And if when you would you just ask Iris to come in because our next guest is in the green room.
So
Our green porch?
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool. Hi. And by the way, I got to mention once again, Big Daddy's our sponsor,
Yes, and they're special.
and their specials, and they've got Sunday is International Kids Day, so bring the kids for a free mini burger. And I hope you can still hear us over the rain. The rain is raining.
the beautiful rain.
Anyway, our next guest is
Yes.
here. Iris Villaverde, ¿sí? Hola, ¿cómo estás, Iris?
Bien, gracias, muy bien.
Welcome.
Very good. Thank
Welcome
you.
to the show.
Thank you very much.
Just, yeah, you kind of have to get close to the microphone.
Okay.
All right. Can we hear Iris okay? Okay, good.
Yeah? I have a good tone of voice.
Oh,
Very
good.
high
Great,
voice.
great. Sometimes, especially in the rain,
Yes, that's what we
you
need.
need the
today.
loud voice.
Loud, very
Yes.
loud, yeah.
Iris, can you tell us a little? You're from. I heard you say you're from Puerto Muez.
Yes.
Is that correct?
I am Chiricana.
Right on.
Oh,
I am from Puerto Armuelles. I was born and grew up in Puerto Armuelles.
Okay.
okay.
And then I migrated to Panama City to study,
Okay.
to
All right.
college.
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And then I stayed there. I made my life. I got married.
Ah.
I became a Christian as well there in Panama City.
Okay.
And for over 27 years, I lived there and abroad sometimes.
Oh.
But for pandemia, we came back with
Okay.
my husband to visit and, to relax here in Chiriquí.
See.
Yeah.
Everything was a little bit, open and it was better than in the city.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we decided to come and we fall in love with Boquete.
And how
Oh,
long ago
man.
was that?
That was almost 3 years ago.
Okay.
Oh,
So we
okay.
stayed 1 month and another month and another month and we're here three more years.
Okay. Excellent.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Who doesn't fall in love with Boquete,
Yeah.
No,
right?
everybody does.
Right. Well, I guess the people that leave after a few months, but
Yeah, that's true. That's
yeah.
true.
All right. And tell us a little bit about your enterprise, the things you do.
Sure. Well, before in Panama City, I used to work for different corporations, right? And like 6 years ago, we decided to be entrepreneurs, right?
Okay.
We decided to
Go off on your own.
Go ahead and do this. But working with other companies, helping them implement norms like ISO and other norms. So
Okay.
we used to work as a consultant for all these companies, different companies that needed this to be better, to improve.
¿Qué es ISO?
Yeah, ISO,
Wh-
like
wh-
9001, ISO 45001, security. I told you I was going to speak Spanglish,
Oh,
right?
sí, sí, es bien, muy bien.
Spanglish. So I worked for that like over 6 years.
Okay.
But when I came here, I started looking at the different things that we could do here. And we started with some tiny houses. We bought a land in Jaramillo Centro,
Okay.
and we built 2 tiny houses that we are now conditioning to be able to rent.
Okay.
So we're thinking now on our retirement. When we got here, we started thinking about that. We also started here working with the community, with kids, married couples, singles, through our church, through the missionary camp that we are working here in Chiriquí with my husband,
Okay.
and with a group that is helping us here.
Okay.
So we are trying to be able to get or provide a lot of counseling. We have found a lot of people needed of different like alcoholism. For example, a lot of maltrato familiar.
Uh-huh.
That would be, I don't know how to say it in English actually.
Maltrato family.
Yeah,
Family matters.
Family matters.
Family
matters,
issues.
family issues, and also with the teens and campus ministries also
Okay.
trying to work to improve, their way of thinking, their way of living, directing it. So we're trying to do many things. We have a foundation called Hope Worldwide and Hope and Equity Without
Okay.
Borders. Right now we're trying to work in Potrerillos,
Okay.
with the community there and all across Chiriquí. We have people from Las Lajas, we have people from Boquete, we have people from Bugaba, from David Centro.
Uh-huh.
So we're trying to do the missionary, work. At
Okay.
the same time, we do our
Well-
secular work.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
So you have like counseling for
yeah,
families.
we have counseling. We have Bible studies as well.
Okay.
Here in Boquete, we have started outreaching to women
Uh-huh.
and trying to have meetings where they have a safe space to talk,
Okay.
Excellent.
to express themselves, even to have a break.
See?
We have shared coffees. We have shared in different places here in Boquete, doing different activities, different themes, in order for them to, get out of the routine
Right.
and be able to also talk about their needs, talk about their, and this is open to anybody. It
Wow.
can be,
Wow.
old.
Yeah.
It
Young,
can be
old.
young. It can be. It doesn't matter.
You have mostly Panameños.
No, it's open to everybody.
Everybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Actually, we have invited some foreigners too, and they have
Uh-huh.
been able to also participate.
Oh, fabulous.
But no, it's open to everybody. We
Okay.
do not make any kind of
Right,
you know,
right.
segregation
Right.
or difference. We are all women, and we do this with men as well. But I'm talking in this case about what I have been doing. We don't have any difference. Everybody needs, a safe place.
Right. A safe place to
Right.
talk.
Yeah, to talk, to laugh,
Uh-huh.
to talk about your things, about your good things, and also the bad things that
The
are
bad
happening here.
things. Yes.
Mhm,
Yeah.
So those are some of the things that we have been kind of working and doing here in Chiriquí.
Oh, fascinating.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I could have used something like that. I at one point in my life I had 6 children. I was raising 6 children. I needed somewhere to go.
Yes, yes.
Really?
Not
Really.
easy. I
Really?
have 2 children. They're already big, but it's not easy. I
No, it's not.
understand.
No.
Yeah. No, I totally get that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
true.
So
See,
tell us a little bit more about the tiny houses. So you said you property in Jaramillo Centro?
Yes. in
I live
Jaramillo
there, so I'm
Centro.
wondering where
Oh,
that
you live
house is.
there?
Yeah.
Right in the road where the Explorador is.
Oh, uh-huh.
Okay.
In that road, but where the 4 roads meet,
Uh-huh.
Okay.
like the Bajo Jaramillo and
Yes.
Centro and up,
Mm-hmm.
right there. We bought, when we got here, we invested on.
Is
on
it
a
bright
land there.
orange? Is
Yeah,
it-
it's orange.
I know where that house
Yeah,
is.
it's orange.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
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 I bet it has a great view.
So it has a great view to the volcano and the Los Naranjos side.
See? Oh,
There
yeah.
was actually a YouTube video about the guy who's living in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, about a year or so ago.
Interesting.
Yeah.
There's that young couple, the nomadic movement. They have they're building a house up there, a homestead kind of a thing. They
Yeah.
started with a tiny house, I think.
Okay.
And I saw now, Iris. I saw a post on Facebook, tiny house. I think you posted it.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
They look beautiful. Are they made from containers or?
Yeah, actually the name of it is Aldaya Tiny House. Which
Okay.
is, Aldaya means aldea in Spanish, which is a tiny village.
See?
So everything is connected.
Okay.
Okay.
So we thought about, we didn't see of these type of houses here in Boquete.
Right.
So sometimes you have people that just want a little space where you can stay and
Yeah.
have the necessary, and that's it. You don't need a big space.
Right.
So that's how the idea came up with my husband, and we found out about these containers that you could modify
Yeah.
and make them tiny houses.
Yeah.
So it has
Wow.
one ambience, and it has a bed. It has a tiny kitchen, bathroom, and it has a very nice terrace.
Yeah,
Yeah.
looking at the pictures, going, I would live in that.
Yeah, I looked at those pictures.
Yeah,
too.
they're very
So
cool.
are they for
very
rent now?
cozy. Yeah, well, we're gonna start renting the second half of the year because we're still working on all the permits.
Okay,
In order to have everything, by rule here in Boquete.
right.
And we are also trying to make it interactive because we have their coffee, we have their lemons, mandarins, we have different
Ooh.
type of trees there, and we want people. We have also bird watching, so we want people to come and feel, that you're in your house,
Yeah.
your tiny house, but at the same time you have all the things that you can do
Right,
right there, and also all the attractions that Boquete has.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
that's the intention.
one of the things I noticed in the photographs is that the terrace, the little outdoor covered patio area, is as big as the house almost.
Yes.
And Boquete, so much about being here is outdoor living. So
Yeah.
much of it is about being, because it's always nice. Even when
Yeah.
it's raining, it's still 75 degrees
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
or close.
Yeah, yeah.
And
And for bird watching and that sort of thing, if you're in, that's a big deal here because especially
is.
for us who come from other areas, it's birds that we don't see, so it's
right. And some of the most beautiful birds I've ever seen in my life
Yes.
are right here in Boquete.
Very bright colors.
See,
very beautiful
see.
colors. Yeah.
even the butterflies are unusual. The other day, one of these iridescent blue ones just came
Oh.
flipping by my dad.
Oh, the
She's
blue
like,
morphos are
"Oh."
amazing.
Yeah.
Yes. I've only seen those at the butterfly house. I haven't seen them in
I think
nature.
one escaped.
Yeah, I think so.
Las monarcas, yeah. You can see them
Yeah.
sometimes around, yes.
Yeah,
Yes, We have,
see.
they are colibris, hummingbirds, I think.
Yes,
in
colibri,
English.
see.
Um,
We have,
ones that are red, blue, different types.
Yeah, I don't know how many different species of.
We have over
Hummingbirds.
350 species of birds here in Boquete.
Wow, that's
Wow.
amazing. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Now I know how many. Yes.
We have a lot in Boquete. I'm
Yeah.
not saying Boquete.
Yeah.
But the hummingbirds alone, there are
Yeah.
dozens of species.
Yeah.
And they don't
Yes.
they don't all get along.
No, they
I
don't.
see them argue.
Fighting.
They fight. Now you get out. This is my space. Get out.
I actually have a neighbor who feeds the caracaras.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Those are raptors. Was he throwing meat out?
He puts the meat on his deck, and they go on his deck.
I don't know about
Never seen
that.
I
that.
know.
Me neither.
I mean, caracaras are beautiful.
So what he's taught the caracaras to do is get on the fence of my deck and
Uh-huh.
scream at me because they want me to feed them. I'm like, oh, go away.
but sorry, we're not doing caracaras over here.
Yeah.
That's next door.
That's next door. That's
This is,
some
this is
way.
the hummingbird area.
That's right.
We don't want them to confuse us with their food, right?
Yeah, really, because the vultures as well. Those are. They will also get tired of waiting for something to die sometimes and
Yeah,
go
I
and
know.
kill it. So and that's another thing I've never seen. Coming L.A. We've got crows and ravens and parrots.
Yeah.
Quite a lot of parrots, but. Amazing. I think they're just amazing to see. But, that's enough about birds. Let's talk more about tiny houses.
Sure, sure.
Now, I have to ask you this because I saw on one of the posts it said $100 a month rent. Is that accurate?
No, not a month.
Okay.
It's per day, per couple.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Per night.
Oh, per night. Okay.
Per night,
Okay.
per couple.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you can have very comfortable up to 3 adults in
Uh-huh.
each of them, and maybe 2 adults and 2 children if you have.
Will you be
small.
also having long-term rentals of those? Or?
Well, actually, we're thinking about, because we have been asked about a lot about that.
Yeah.
We first of all we thought about just short rentals,
Right.
but we have been asked about that a lot. So we are thinking we would have to condition, for example, having a washer machine and other
Right.
things
That
they
kind of
need- they would
stuff.
need, that
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
stuff. But right now it's as it is. You can spend there a few days and you will feel you have everything you need there.
Everything you need.
Yeah.
And total
And we are
break.
5 minutes from the town.
Yeah.
So it's 5 minutes from everything,
Right,
supermarkets
exactly.
and everything.
See?
And at the same time, you are retired and you feel the nature
Yeah.
and the calm, the no noise.
Oh man.
It
I
is
like
very
that part.
quiet up there.
Very quiet.
Yeah, yeah, very
quiet.
cool.
Very beautiful sightseeing. You can walk. It's very safe as well.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
true.
the area, the neighbors are, and there's a lot of houses and even I think hotels.
Yeah, yeah.
there.
There's a couple. I have several friends, including Pam, that live up there.
Yes,
Uh,
I
in
think
that area?
Denise lives near.
Denise, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
she does. She's just 1 kilometer from me.
Oh, okay. Good. Yeah, yeah.
Plus, you in those tiny houses up there, you get a great view of the fireworks
You
whenever
do?
those
Oh,
go
yeah.
off. Could be any time.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
Very true. And we have 3 ways to get there. So you're not just with one road.
Okay.
Right.
The road on the side of Jaramillo Abajo
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
the road on Jaramillo Arriba.
Sometimes a tree
Yes.
blows over the road,
Yes, it
or
does.
piece of
Yes.
road washes out.
Yeah.
Yes, it
Yes. It's good to have alternative escape
Yeah,
routes.
yeah. Actually, I think one of our women's meeting, I think we're gonna host it there. So they have like a space where
Oh,
they
cool.
can relax as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Well,
See,
I think
share.
I love the idea. I love that you're using these containers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, reusing those things because that's one of the ultimate in recycling.
Recycling.
You know,
Yeah.
I have a couple of friends who have made houses out of
Containers?
container homes, and you don't necessarily have to just make a tiny house out of them either. They can be
Well, I saw
Yeah,
they
you can
stack
build
them.
big
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
And make a
that's
bigger
true.
yeah,
That's true.
thing.
yeah, absolutely.
And it's very safe, actually.
Yeah,
It won't, get crashed.
right, right.
It won't get fired.
No, they're
It will be
fireproof.
very hard to be open as well.
Yeah.
So we even have to install some security from the inside so that you can get out if there's any
Okay.
issue. We thought about that too, right?
Right.
Because in our case, my husband and I, we like to feel safe.
Everybody does, I think.
Yeah.
Now, I am a little curious. I mean, because you can't just walk into a used container lot and say, I'll take this one or that one, right? How do you get these?
Yeah.
Well, in my case, I got it from a company. that
Okay.
They were doing like prefabricated
Oh,
already.
okay.
So they were selling, but you can buy anywhere and have the builders
Yeah.
do it because what they did is we brought them, we put them up there,
Right.
and they started working on everything. So they rebuilt.
Oh,
They
okay.
cut and they built inside.
So basically, you buy it from them, and they do all the work.
They
you don't.
do all the
You don't
work.
have to do all that work
Yeah,
yourself. Oh, that's
exactly. They
amazing.
can-
Oh,
You can
wow.
do that or you can do it by yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, very cool.
So, do they originate at the ports? I mean, is that where you would go to?
Well, sometimes people have when they like here
Yeah, they
when
bring
you come
their
when you bring their
furniture?
when they bring their stuff, you
Uh-huh.
can buy it from somebody, but you can also buy it to the navieras, the port.
Oh, uh-huh.
Yeah, the port.
See, from the port.
Yeah.
Wow.
See, yeah, I think there's many ways you can get them.
Okay. Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
I would imagine, especially considering we have the canal here, it would be fairly easy
Yeah.
to get
Should
a container.
be,
Yeah.
should be
Yeah, I would think so.
Colón,
Uh huh.
in Panama.
Yeah.
It should be in Bocas, Petro Terminal. I think they should have. Yeah.
I imagine it would be quite a trick to truck one of those containers
Oh
up
yeah.
the windy roads going up
Yeah.
there.
No, that was funny. We had to build a road in order to get them up there.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah.
See, and use a machinery that has like a long arm
Uh-huh.
and it will get it and put it there.
A crane,
Yeah.
a long crane.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, because I know going down that really windy road, Buena Vista Road, I can't. If there's a big truck coming at me, I just stop
Yeah.
because it's just that road is too scary.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
they're
Some of
small.
those, yeah.
See, they're small.
Yes. I
And
have,
then you do the foundations, like if when you're gonna do a house, it's the same thing, and then you put them on top of it.
Huh.
Yeah.
wow.
Wow.
Fascinating.
Exactly.
See. And we love the idea of the tiny house because it's like 2,500 meters, the place.
Okay.
And we're we want to do like a tiny village. We want to have different things. These ones are a little bit more comfortable, but we want to have where people can just, for example, camp.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So stuff like that. That's the idea
Yeah.
that we have built. We're building.
That'd be
right now.
awesome. That this is very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely want to get up there and
Check it out.
Check it out.
Sure,
you know, in person.
Anytime we can go there.
Yeah.
And we also have the idea of trying to place like a tea house, because here in Boquete everything is about coffee, and
Yes.
actually we here kind of have learned to drink coffee, and we like it, and we have coffee planted.
Right.
But there's a lot of people that drinks tea, and
That's
like tea.
true.
So we're thinking, of course, the coffee
Yes.
should always be there, but we want to have like a specialty tea house.
Oh,
with
that'd
that view and with all the tiny village.
That'd be really
Those
awesome.
are ideas.
That's definitely someplace I'll go.
Oh, okay. Great.
Yeah, I'm a big tea drinker.
You could have those cool tea ceremonies, like the
Yeah.
Japanese have.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing.
It
you know?
is. Yeah.
It's and there's thousands of varieties of tea.
There's a lot of tea.
a
Yes.
lot for
Right.
everything.
I've definitely met a surprising amount of people who don't drink coffee. They'll drink tea, but not coffee. I'm like, well, but it's Panama. Coffee.
Coffee.
No, I
But
don't
many
drink coffee.
people don't.
I drink coffee and tea.
Yeah.
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 Switch
does,
it out. Yeah.
yeah. So does Gabrielle. Oh, Gabrielle, I love you. My wife likes tea, all kinds of teas. Sometimes she wants a little something that's not all caffeinated,
Yeah.
So to get some, I don't know, chamomile or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know much about teas, but I know there are some varieties that
Yeah, varieties.
won't give you the jitters.
That's another time, another show.
Yes, it is.
We had to have
Talking
a
about tea.
we had to have a little break the other day. We found ourselves one afternoon, nothing scheduled, so we took a ride. I know, right at the Finca Lareda and had a cup of coffee there. Oh, it was great.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just a quick roll, and then back home and back to the grind.
Back to the grind.
Yes, but
And that's something you can do here in Boquete.
Yeah.
Everything is 5 minutes away,
Yeah.
10 minutes away.
I think going up to the tiny village and having a nice cup of tea, that would make for a lovely afternoon.
Yeah, I would.
Or a wine as
Yeah.
well in the terrace. You can
Oh
do it.
yeah, a
No
glass
problem.
of wine. Oh, yeah.
I'm getting just kind of relaxed and sleepy just thinking
Just
about
thinking
it.
about it, right? You can see yourself on that porch
The hammock.
In that
We
hammock.
have hammocks too.
with a clear blue sky
Yes.
against the volcano.
Or we're looking at the rainbows that you see up there all
Oh,
the time.
yeah.
Oh, the rainbows
Beautiful
are awesome.
rainbows.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have some pictures posted too. And seeing all the process like of the coffee when they flourish, the
Yeah.
lemons when they are flourishing and getting bigger.
Yeah.
So it's beautiful.
And the
It's
smell
amazing.
is awesome as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
One of my favorite memories of living in Florida, I used to have to drive through a orange grove on my way home
okay.
and to work at home. And
Uh-huh.
when they were blossoming, sometimes I would just park my car and just sit there.
To smell.
And just the
yeah.
smell, because at night the smell is more intense. Right?
Yes.
So that's one of my few fond memories of Florida.
Yeah. One of the few, yeah. But lucky you escaped.
I escaped.
Yeah. So you've been here for 3 years in Boquete. I've lived in Boquete longer than you. Oh, that's amazing.
Wow.
No,
Wow.
but in aside from your tiny houses, though, it sounds like you've really got a great thing going on with your work, with the families and counseling, and given the women a place to be. And I think you just said that you probably have some of those gatherings, meetings up in your tiny village, right?
Yeah, we are trying to do it in different places
Uh-huh.
so that it's not, boring or monotono.
Yeah.
That
And I
would
would
be in
imagine you would
Spanish.
attract different groups of women
Yeah.
depending on where your location
Depending
is.
on
but-
the location.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We're and what we try to do is always share something about the scriptures or about God
Okay.
related to what they're talking or the
Right,
things.
right.
Like those scriptures that can encourage them that can teach them something different.
that's
different
nice.
way of
Yeah.
thinking. And at the same time, we spend time eating or drinking coffee or wine or whatever.
Or tea.
activity- Or tea. We're thinking of doing some session of exercise, so we're beautiful inside, but also beautiful outside.
Hey, that's always
or
good.
taking care of us, right? So different things, you know,
I think
and
that's-
they appreciate it. They feel they long for that time.
Yeah.
It's once a month, and right now, and
Okay.
we hope sometime we can start doing it more.
Okay.
But I remember the first time we met, everybody was like looking at each other and nobody talked.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah.
So I had to talk myself.
You have to be the icebreaker.
Yeah.
But then the next meetings they were asking for it. And when are we gonna meet? Where are we gonna meet? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna talk about?
Uh-huh.
And so it has been very encouraging.
Cool.
Yeah.
What would somebody do if they wanted to become part of your group? How would they contact you?
Yeah,
or-
they can contact me by WhatsApp or call me. And usually I try to send to people. That
Uh-huh.
You can invite anybody.
Uh-huh.
It's totally free,
Okay.
right? And if the person cannot make it that day, we can do different sessions with, more individualized sessions of studies or of
Right.
counseling or
Right, you do
whatever
one-on-one
it is.
counseling.
We do one-on-one as well. if
Okay,
needed, yeah.
that's fabulous.
Yeah. And with the teenage or campus kids, we are trying to do like esports. So we are trying to start a program that we have back in LA actually of esports. So we are trying to be inclusive. Not only kids from all the community
Uh-huh.
and from any part of David or Chiriquí or
Right.
So that's also something that we're trying to do. We're starting in Potrerillos, in Arturo Miro,
Okay.
Club de Leones place. there,
Okay.
And then David,
Lions Club.
right there in Santa Cruz. So we're trying to.
Nice.
And
Nice.
here in Boquete, we're targeting to see how we can start something with
Right.
youth as well.
Good. Good action.
Adolescence is a tough time.
Yeah.
There's
Oh,
a lot
boy.
of things going on in that age bracket.
Yes,
So
exactly.
to get them organized and encouragement and things like that is just a great thing to do.
Yeah,
I-
they can find different things, see and hear different things.
I have developed a saying, raising teenagers, the only thing harder than being a teenager is living with one.
Exactly.
And even though your organization is largely Christian based, you'll counsel to anybody. Anybody can come in and
Yeah, anybody.
and-
It doesn't have to be
Yeah.
Christian or anything. No,
Right.
No.
You can-
Anybody. We all need, like you just mentioned before.
yeah.
say-
You need somebody to talk to, especially if you're raising a
exactly.
teenager.
Yes, yes.
And,
exactly. Actually, my husband and I, we adopted 11 years ago.
Okay.
And my kids were 10 and 12.
Oh wow.
So they were almost teenagers.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we had that. We went through all that roller coaster.
yeah.
They're now 21 and 22.
Okay.
We're happy to see them grow and
Yes.
now experiencing another phase of their life.
Right.
But we kind of understand a little bit of that roller coaster.
Yes.
You've done, both of you have done one of the most important jobs that there is causing these human beings to become functional, productive
Yeah.
members of society,
Exactly.
giving them the tools,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Uh,
We
that's
try our best.
I'd give them the confidence. That's one of the things that is so critical with especially teenagers is they are questioning their self-esteem, right?
Yeah.
Because so
Yes.
many things is happening
Right.
physically
Yeah.
and mentally
Right.
with them. And so building that confidence and letting them grow
yeah.
is so important.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, because they're looking, they're seeking for a place in society.
See,
Yeah.
before
so-
I forget, I need to take your photograph.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, I
Very
get a
pretty
shot of you
lady.
while I'm here. My lovely co-host.
I was not prepared for the picture.
Oh, you look lovely.
Yeah, that's right. You look great.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And if there are any problems, we'll fix it in Photoshop.
Great.
Yeah, he makes me look 20 years younger all the time.
Absolutely.
That's good. That's
Well, you have the energy of a woman 20 years younger, that's for sure.
Well, thank you.
Yes, and the looks.
Well, thank you. What
That's
do you
good.
want, Patrick?
Well, I've got a list. It's all BCP stuff.
I imagine, yeah.
Well, this has been another great fast half hour, fast
Yes.
Thank
hour flowing right by.
And you are a fascinating guest. You
Yes.
really are.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having us here. Me here.
One of the things I love about doing this show, aside from the high pay that we receive, is I get to learn so much. I get to learn from the guests things I didn't know existed, like your counseling and your services. You know,
Your advocacy for women,
yes,
so important.
that's very important.
Thank you.
Yeah, and about the tiny houses, you know, every time I learn and I see them, I see some. They use a lot of containers for the restaurants and things,
Yeah.
and every time I see them, all right, I'm fascinated and just not amazed, or amused, but delighted to see so much creativity in housing and building and recycling and reusing. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Exactly.
You can build your entire tiny village without killing the environment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, we have built everything there, and we have not cut any tree. We have been able to, work around
And the trees and
with
everything.
the
Oh,
trees.
very
and
cool.
Yeah. So that's what we're trying to do.
Right now
Wow.
they're building some houses behind us, and we wake up every morning to the sound of dump trucks and beep 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 beep. So it'll be great when that's done.
Yes.
I wish they were building tiny homes from containers. They'd be done by now.
Right.
That
away.
would right.
All right. Well, that's we're about out of time.
Yes, again.
Once again, but again, thank you. Muchas gracias.
Thank you so much.
Muchas gracias. Igual a ustedes.
Sí, and yes, tú
Thank you very
hablas inglés perfecto.
Sí.
No. I wish.
Well, we could all
Nice
understand
meeting
you.
you. Nice meeting you. Thank
All
you very
right.
much.
Everybody have a great week, a great
Yes.
weekend.
Great weekend.
You have a great
week.
weekend. And I hope
And
to
we'll
see
see everybody tomorrow night.
tomorrow night at Tap out 5 o'clock. Be there. Yeah.
Exactly.
I may be there too.
Oh,
It'll be
that'd be
fun.
great.
Yeah.
Please come. All right, guys.
Bye bye.
Bye now. Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Thank you.
And.